So apparently putting your phone next to the warm LED LCD monitor in the car probably
turn that
overheats it a
off
little
or
bit.
something?
I can't. I don't know how. So we'll find a place for it. Can you
Just put it right here.
Can you? Okay.
Yes, I can do that. It's much clearer. Oh no!
Yeah, disconnected from the window.
Oh no!
Make sure it doesn't clip on those buttons.
Yeah. I think it's also upside down.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's got the buttons are on the other side. Sort. Okay.
There you go. Perfect. Hey, we're back.
Yeah, it's slanted.
Oh my gosh, perfection.
Good. Yeah.
I don't know. We're good. We're good.
What are you doing? Are you one of those streams?
Oh, whatever. Fine.
It won't. Okay.
All right. So, hi everybody. We're back after our phone mysteriously shut off by itself in the middle of a stream. You were talking about how to prep for a tournament.
I mean, this is my first tournament, so really just learning the new system of buckler and messer by itself. Really, it's more mental preparation for me. There aren't really many drills for the messer. I do want to keep it historical, especially since I'm not here to win. I'm more here to represent the historical side of it. Of course, try and win, but it's more just not getting worried about it and just trying to go have fun and enjoy the weekend and the tournament for me. So yeah, I'm not going to throw history out the window for winning. I think every human person deals with it whenever you spar. It's, do I want to try and stay absolutely true, or do I want to try and do what's going to come naturally to me to win? And I think people way back when each fought in their own kind of way too.
Yeah.
I don't think we can ever truly represent how anyone fought, because I think everybody fought a little differently from their peers. I think even Meyer says that, like, some fighters will fight more like this, others will fight more like this. Everyone has their own style. So, but you can still use the historical techniques.
It's one of the best things as being an instructor, is just seeing your students develop their own fighting style as they continue and learn. It's really cool. It's really amazing to do that.
How about you? You have more experience.
So the question of how do you prepare for a tournament? So Stu gave a few examples up there. One of them was, do you look at other videos of other tournament fighters? And the answer to that one is not at all. I am not here to, I mean, adding on to what Natalie said, where everyone fights differently, I might not actually see, that person might win in this particular way, but at the end of the day, I'm not also there to win. I'm there to just have fun. I'm there to meet people. If I happen to get high on the docket, awesome, cool, but I'm not there to win. I'm just there to have fun. Yeah,
and I mean, historically, you're not going to have videos of your opponent. You might see them doing something at some point, but again, you're not going to have video of your opponent way back when messer was a thing, unless someone like drew a duel, and you happen to get your hands on that. Maybe then, but yeah, it kind of takes the fun out of it. It's like I'm not going to study all my opponents. It's more, I'm gonna try and win based on just technique.
So, in terms of drills and stuff,
for Saber, I mean, we've been doing like Hutton drills.
Yeah, I can do drills for Saber, but
yeah,
drills I don't think are tournament prep. Like, I think they're more, unless you're doing a specific technique that requires a lot of precision. Like, I did this because I'm doing like the holding your hand upside down to kind of twist them out of the way. So I think that would be beneficial, but in terms of drills in general, I think that's more of just you learning and getting the synapses connected in your head, rather than like to do a specific good job in a tournament.
And I guess we did kind of do drilling a little bit.
Oh,
when
hey,
we were learning the techniques.
Test.
Hey.
We got a chat.
Sweet.
Hey, yeah. So we can see your chats. So hooray! Good job. Thank you.
Yes.
If you guys have questions, toss them our way.
Yeah, it works. For a second, I thought it said rapier. I'm like, you.
Rapier.
Get out of here. The saber's natural enemy. Actually, it's more the bayonet.
I don't think the rapier and the saber. Apparently, the Spanish kept the rapier a little bit longer into the curved weapon era. I'll have to look into that.
I was more thinking of where people use rapier and rodella.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm nothing.
I'd like to learn too double rapier.
I'd like
that
to learn
double rapier
the
style.
case of rapier just to have it, not for any like cool video game reason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool to try that brand new style.
Rapier and dagger sounds kind of fun. I'd definitely try that.
It smells bad out here. We must be getting close to Gary, Indiana.
Hey.
Oh.
No, not for real though.
No, we're not even out of Michigan.
Yeah, it really smells.
It smells. I think we passed a horse farm or something.
That's so Midwestern. It hurts. Oh, we must have passed the horse farm.
What did we do to practice for the tournament? One thing I was
gonna say we did kind of drill. When we were doing Messer, we would slowly do the techniques, especially grab, then do them a little bit faster. So we did some drilling, some technique practice.
I mean, honestly, learning Messer, we learned Messer after we knew we were fighting in this tournament. So the whole Messer thing is just brand new to us. So I'm excited to get that's essentially tournament prep for us. But with longsword, something we both already knew decently enough.
Yeah.
I think that prep just came from going up to other experienced fighters in the area and saying, "Hey, do you mind if I fight you at tournament level intensity?"
Yeah.
And they say, "Yeah, that's not a problem. I'm looking forward to that too." And you go to town and you see how your fighting style changes between a nice, fun spar versus a like I'm going to win kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that helped me a lot, just going up to some of my fellow swordsmen in the area and just saying, "Hey, can I fight you tournament level?" And seeing how your style changes and getting comfortable with that.
Yes. All right. Let's see the other part of Stu's question.
Oh, there's more to Stu. Oh, he gave us a lot.
Yeah.
Let's save at least part of Stu's question for the return trip.
Okay. Well, this one's on the topic of drilling. What drills
Say it loud. I want to make sure. Oh, geez, Rapier sent us one.
No, he's not Rapier.
His name's Rapier.
It's Raptor. I can't
It's not?
see it. No, it's not Rapier.
Oh, it's Raptar. Never mind.
So
I
a
thought you were
couple of
cool.
questions. How long have you guys been on the road so far?
We left about
It was about
12:40.
It was about 12:45. So it's been like an hour and a half.
It does not feel that long.
It does not.
Low Ford. Oh my gosh, this is good. Okay. Do you know anything about medieval Renaissance tourneys? Since we're on the topic of tournaments, and how do they deter from modern ones aside from protection? I was just gonna say protection.
Did I take an exit? Where the hell am I?
I think you're supposed to take an exit eventually.
No, not this one. I just
Oh boy.
what? Where am I? Where are we?
Did you say we're Amity?
Where am me?
We're gonna put that question on hold. That was a very good one.
That is a very good question, and we will answer it as soon as I'm heading east on 94. I don't think I should be doing this. Where are we?
Oh my goodness.
Oh crap!
Jerry.
This is not where I wanted. Wait, no, we did want 94, but we wanted like west. Okay, Google Map this, please.
Okay, I'm just gonna write Chicago.
Yeah.
Because I don't know our hotel. Wait, it was holidays.
It was. I can remember it, but I think just getting in that direction.
All right. What do you know about Renaissance and medieval tournaments,
All right.
aside from protection, how they differ?
Okay.
That's a good one.
So, here we have, tournaments. Tournaments in history, like when swordsmanship was a thing in medieval feudal era.
Yeah,
Europe.
you're going to turn around in a long while. I will keep this up in like in about 4 miles.
4 miles? We're going to go 8 miles out of our way? Damn it, live stream. Okay. They were not there the same way we were this is pre-Renaissance, this is medieval. A lot of the tourneys that we like with the jousting and all that.
We have another chatter.
Hey, look at our chat. So cool. They were not there to decide who was the best fighter per se. They were there to get hired. It was their job. They were there because everyone who is in attendance is a nobleman. They have money. they are able to go, that guy looks intimidating, that guy, I like how he fought, I like how showy he is, I want them to be part of my royal entourage, my bodyguard, I'm going to war against this other minor feudal lord sometime soon, I'm going to hire him on to lead one of my armies. These knights, and just knights, I'll clarify this, just knights, we're doing it to get money. This is their job. This is a warrior class. And annoyingly, they kind of had, like, their ability to fight somehow led to their connectivity to God, their connectivity to their ability to lead, their connectivity to nobility, and it doesn't really, from our modern perspective, that doesn't make much sense, but eventually humanity woke up. Thank you, Google Maps lady. So that's different than nowadays, where we're kind of doing it for fun, like, hee, I'm gonna go show off my skills. But we're not getting paid for it. In fact, we're freaking paying for it. It's so expensive to fight in tournaments. So I'm sure that there was entry fees and stuff for the tourneys back then. But
Yeah.
now that is completely different than, like, the fetch school style stuff, which I'm honestly I'm not a specialist on it. I don't know much about it. But the little I know, you probably know the same thing.
Probably headshots only.
Headshots.
Oh yeah, some of the modern ones, some are headshots only. Some are anywhere. Let's see.
So, the fetch school back in the German Renaissance was more like different guilds hiring different fighters to represent their guild. It doesn't have to be like a swordsman guild. It can be like a fabric makers guild. Oh man, we're entering that smell again. What the heck?
Oh, there's people that live around here. It's
Oh
just
no,
that truck.
those poor people.
It's just that truck.
So, that was a little different. They didn't fight with protection, as far as I know. It was like the first one to draw blood on your opponent's head, but stabbing was not allowed, and body shots were not allowed, but there was no head protection. It was odd. It was an
And
odd...
they used wooden swords, not like sharp swords.
They used dull swords, I think.
Did they? Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's right.
The
I'm thinking
fetter
blade swords.
swords,
But yeah, they didn't use, like, sharp.
Yeah, they weren't killing each other. It was, in
Yeah.
fact, if you killed someone in a tournament, that was murder. So yeah, that wouldn't fly. Just like it would be today.
Yeah.
Modern tournaments. How do you even describe what a modern tournament is?
He was so varied.
Trying
Let's see.
to.
Modern tournament. It was biggest difference is protection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rules.
And insurance.
You get some allow thrusts. We have the rule on draw cuts, where sometimes it's only one part of the body counts, and you have to draw your blades so much. It's just, it really varies so much on how much do you want to replicate the fear of like a duel versus effectual.
Oh my god. Okay.
Nice.
The roads are so wet, and it's the middle of January, so I'm having like nervous twitches.
Yeah.
Like, don't slide out.
I don't know how much information we have on the rules for medieval and Renaissance tournaments. They probably exist out there, but some of them might also be misconceptions as well.
Modern tournaments, who hosts them? Why do they host them? It really varies.
Varies on the weapon too.
Yeah.
I would think. I mean, look at like Olympic fencing is modern.
Yeah.
Swordsmanship. Kind of. No offense. I mean, it's very much a sport as opposed to like the historical aspect. You have the right of way in Olympic fencing. So.
Hey chat, how are we sounding? How can you hear us well? Is our audio coming through? Because there's like rain and there's background noise. I want to make sure you guys can hear us. Are we good? Just chat in there when you can. I always like to think with it's different clubs. Oh yeah, it's coming in fine. Thank you.
Cool, thanks. I'm just gonna try and read this.
So I think it's different clubs that really host tournaments. And they can host tournaments at different levels and different strengths and all that stuff. There are small tournaments. Smallest one that I participated in was also one I led. It was
in the park.
Yeah, we went into the park and we invited everyone in the state and just was like, guys, we're having this synthetic, low-key tournament just to celebrate the seasonal change. And a lot of people came out. We had people who we didn't expect come out.
Yeah.
And just had a little round, bracketed tournament and decided the victor. That was
You
fun.
got a sticker for participating.
Yeah. I had these little medals in my closet, so I gave those medals out as a victor. So that was kind of cool. Didn't charge admission or anything like that. It was just come together, we'll do a little tournament.
Yep.
That is as opposed to, say, Combat Con or Icebreaker or big ones that are more like an actual convention for swordsmanship with a zillion different fighting styles and different tournaments.
Speaking of modern, like swordfish. They fight very differently than, say, like you would see in a manual where it's more... They fight very aggressive, I feel.
It's very sporty.
Some people have said they don't like it because they feel it's sporty and there's too many doubles, whereas in a manual, you want to avoid doubles as much as you possibly can. No manual is going to teach you. Put up your arm, let it chop off your arm, but get them in the head.
I'm kind of excited. Well, a little side note that I just kind of realized, because we were talking about sportiness and all that, especially with our messer and our messer and buckler.
Yes.
That information is like entirely historical. We have not even learned modern,
that's true.
body mechanics and crap like that. So all the stuff that we're going to be doing for that is 100% historical.
We usually do a little bit of saber-ish style flare Dussick.
Yeah.
Kind of.
We'll throw some
Not
Dussick
so
stuff
much.
in there to fill the gaps, but the point being, I don't think we're going to try to fight sporty.
Yep.
And thus our fighting style with messer
Yeah.
and messer and buckler are essentially going to be as pure historical as you can.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of curious to see how that'll work.
When we do saber, I usually have my fist on my hip. In the messer manual, they show it behind the back, so I'm going to keep it behind that back.
I'm going to do my Paulus Cal or Talhofer, because I can do Paulus Cal and keep it kind of here.
Oh,
or
I could do that too.
Talhofer and do it up here. I might do this. I really
There was
like
one,
this.
maybe it wasn't Talhofer. There was one where your hand is behind
No,
your back.
they did do that, yeah.
Okay.
And also...
So I guess you can't have it anywhere. That's nice.
Parnfund.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had it behind his back at some point too. So
I think I'll keep it up here maybe to grab.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this or this.
Yeah.
Just to keep it up here for pinch, for snap.
Peach.
For snatch it.
Peach. See, you should have gotten the lobster gauntlet.
Clack, 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 clack.
Yes, clack at them. Clack at your foe. Oh, you should do a Irish kern.
Yeah! Oh,
Yes.
I love that.
Wear the gauntlet.
I really want to get CC into HEMA tournaments. Just to see what kind of unique flair and stuff reenactors could bring into a HEMA tournament.
That would be cool.
I'd like that.
Yes. Clank at them. Lobster.
Click, 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 click.
What are you doing? Dude, stop.
Stay away from me. Oh,
I want
God.
a different opponent.
What's wrong? Judge!
Yes. All right. Oh.
So one thing that's new this year, just another thought. The tournament we're going to is the Chicago Midwinter Armizare 2020, hosted by the Chicago Longsword Guild and some other sport thing. Maybe it's not the Chicago Longsword Guild. They're on the papers. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
In any case, they have an actual location, like a permanent location. Which apparently every inch of the wall in there is covered in weaponry or a big, image of Talhofer or Fiore or something. It has a little lounge area that overlooks the practice area. And I was given so much hype for it. It just sounds like a swordsman paradise.
Yeah.
And then we go and find out that that area was too small last year, which makes sense. And we're going to a brand new area.
Okay.
So it's a ballroom that they said is in a public park area.
Chicago Ocean View.
Yeah. So Chicago Ocean View, is that what you said?
Chicago OU.
Oh, Chicago. So yeah, gonna do that. Kind of excited. Speaking of Chicago, we're going there early. I mean, this is a one-day tournament tomorrow, and we're leaving today, and we're not going to come back for another 2 days. So we got a lot of things to do in there.
Chicago, the art museum does have armor.
As a whole nightly swordsmanship exhibit, which would be.
I think a lot of it. So they do have pikes. They have pole arms there.
Oh. I want to see pole arms.
We can go there. I think some of their stuff is ceremonial armor.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't been there in years, but
that's, you know what, I'm going to go on a little tangent.
Alright, go on.
So, art museums love and hate for their historical stuff. Because I love them because art museums usually have better, like, weaponry collections than standard museums, at least in my experience. You go there and you're like, oh, this is a gallery of a private rich collector who wanted it in a museum, and you turn the corner and there's just like French cavalry sabers everywhere. That happened to me when I was in Florida. I think there's pictures on the Facebook page at some point, or somewhere, and it was just like a complete surprise. But then you go in there and you realize that the art museums are only keeping, or at least displaying, the weapons and artifacts that are artsy, because they're art museums. They're not keeping the rank and file sword. They're not keeping the Johnny's crappy armor that he brought from the farm because his lord told him to fight. So we're kind of there's kind of a misrepresentation of arms and armor because of what they're showing in museums. Yeah. And it kind of is reminiscent of the old Victorian style where everyone in the Renaissance wore a frilly, fancy doublet and a frill on their neck and, had gold embroidery on their trousers. And I kind of want to see more of just the generic, this is what Joe Dirt brought to war with him.
Yeah. You're going to be teaching peasant warfare.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Class, so that'll be an interesting diversion.
We've got Messer, and then we've got the farmer martial arts of Paulus Hector Mayer. I was about to say Paulus Cal, and I was like, wait a minute. Paulus Cal.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord, he coming. Guys,
instead of Chunky Boys, Chunky Hemas.
Chunky Hemas. Yes. Well, I am part of the Hema Giants or something like that. It's a Facebook page for just big Hema people, and there's some very cool pictures up there of just like 6.5 foot tall, huge dudes with a spear fighting like 3 5-foot swordsmen. I'm just like, oh my god, it's like real life D&D. It's great. I love being a part of this group. So, yeah, cool stuff.
All right.
So how about we do like maybe one more question, and then kind of wrap this up a little bit.
How about the Viking martial art one?
Viking? Oh man, that's a long one. We'll save that one for. Oh wait.
Oh,
Raptar has something.
Have you guys ever fought versus more? Sorry, it's really.
It just. I'm gonna do it on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it's just kind of moving.
Oh, it's shaky because we've got it on like a little holder thing.
All right, let me get this back.
All right, that's fine. I'm really excited to teach Messer because we've got this stuff from Paulus Cal and Tallhofer, but I'm also going to be doing Lekuchner, who has a whole Messer system. So I'm excited to be building Messer from the ground up as opposed to Cal and Tallhofer, which are just kind of like plays and techniques. So. I'm also a little hesitant about fighting against rapierists with a Messer. I think they're going to see my shorter weapon and kind of go, oh, please, a short weapon like that is no match for my rapier.
Oh my god.
That's how I picture every rapier fighter. Every single one of them. Oh, posh. Look at my posh handle. Can you see the chat on your phone?
No, I'll get. Wait. We'll find it.
There's like 3 different videos
I
from all the
know.
times that it failed us.
All right, welcome to the chat room.
Oh my gosh.
I can see the. Screw it. I'll just.
Okay.
Have you guys ever fought versus more than one opponent? Yes.
Yes. Read the whole thing. Read the whole thing. I can't
Well,
read it.
all right.
Are there multiple questions?
Do you reckon? There is much to learn there for sparring, or not much, and something in similar view. How could one control an opponent's weapon, in particular the longsword, as one can pivot back on target via the false edge?
I'm gonna have you reread the second part. I didn't,
Yeah, that's what
I
I
didn't
didn't-
follow that one.
All right.
But multiple opponents.
Yes, doing Buckler and Messer.
Yep.
That was interesting.
Paul Hoffer has a whole thing about 2 people coming at you, and you've only got a sword and buckler, and he does this freaking like Marvel superhero crap.
We did not interpret it correctly the first time, and then it was going like, wait a minute.
Wait a
what
minute.
if?
Why does it look like the protagonist is getting cut? Are you supposed to sacrifice? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? And then we realized it's this guy. Okay, someone's coming at you like that,
Someone's in front of you and someone's in back of you.
and the guy coming. Oh God, how did it
The
work?
guy in back, you like grab the guy behind you and you switch places so that the dude in front cuts the guy.
Cuts the guy behind him.
So the guy in front of you would be sort of like, Jerry's in front of me. He's cutting at me. I grab a dude behind him and swing him into Jerry. And the guy who was behind me gets cut.
It's crazy. It's like no one would ever do that. But it worked. Like
If you're fighting 2 people, yeah, grab the dude and throw him at the other dude.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, but he did it in such a perfect way that the guy's cut
Yeah.
that was aimed at you was displaced and hit the opponent,
Well,
the other bad guy in the head.
He's not going to write a footnote on this book he's trying to sell saying, yeah, this isn't really a great technique. This
Okay.
is really idealist, you know.
But we also fought multiple opponents in a couple other settings.
Yes.
Part of my classes that I teach to keep it fun and exciting and energetic and new is I introduce different games, different game types. Not games like to teach you a lesson in swordsmanship. No.
Oh, gosh.
Games, fun games to play. We've played Trolls, which is a good one, where we have like 2 or 3 skilled swordsmen, usually guest instructors, with high hit points. You know,
Yeah,
they can only take like 3 or 4 hits, or they can take like 5 or 6 hits, and then they go against a swarm of students who only have like 1 or 2 hit points. And honestly, the best way the students win is to attack multiple. If they ever go
Yeah.
1-on-1, they're always going to lose.
Students are still very timid, though,
Yeah,
which is
fun. I mean, that's the point of the game. I mean, overcome challenges and all that. But
there was Viking where you had the Dane axe.
oh my God, I'd
That's
love
what
to
I'm
do that
thinking.
again.
Yep, so the Dane axe is a very large weapon versus... I don't think we had shields. I think
No.
you only had your one sword or an axe. So it would be multiple people with short weapons versus one person with a big weapon. If we did greatsword,
Oh,
we wanted his reenactment group. We wanted to have someone with like a foam greatsword fighting multiple opponents because, I mean, that's what a greatsword would be. There's manuals on how to a bodyguard protecting someone with a greatsword. How the
Right.
person has to stand behind, like grab your shirt and duck. So there are manuals on how to fight other people. We haven't experienced it too much. I think it's something I would love to
I want to do. Yeah, I'd love to
We
learn
want to
it.
do it. But yeah, there are sources on how to fight multiple opponents. Does Fury, does he teach multiple? Does he teach
there's
like how to fight 2?
Not really. He kind of fakes it, and
Okay.
he kind of shows like these 3 are coming at me at once, but that is just a metaphor for them fighting in different styles.
Okay.
And, yeah.
That's
It's not actually how to do more than one.
yeah.
We also have the Super Smash Brothers,
What?
where free for all
Oh,
kind
like
of bare
Valhalla.
fit, yeah.
Yeah.
Valhalla, Death Circle, and games
Yeah.
like that, where just everyone's fighting everyone, and those are cool. But usually we try to keep the rules to don't stab people in the back. Like if
Yeah.
you're actually gonna fight them front on, one-on-one, front on front,
Although CC we do it backstabs
because that's for show.
because everyone does it.
Yeah, I mean,
you
we're not
get
gonna.
someone with a spear who pokes you in the back, like, oh, good
Okay,
one.
you
Yeah.
did it.
Oh gosh, you stab the person with the knife in the back with a spear. Good. No, okay. Yeah, that's. I'm just saying, I'm salty about this. Someone grabs the longest spear. It's like, oh, I guess I'll have this one Dusek.
Yeah, I guess
oh,
I'll
I
have the
got
short
stabbed
one.
in the back while fighting another person with a spear.
You're a good fighter. You're a victor.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's for sure.
All right. What was there a follow up? Like, is there anything we'd recommend?
Is there much to learn for sparring or not much? So I think against multiple opponents. Controlling. Wait, how could one control an opponent's weapon? Well, Fury talks about this. Grabbing.
Controlling it a two-person?
I think more. No. How you control an opponent's weapon, particularly the longsword, as one can pivot back on target via the false edge.
Pivot back on the target by the. Oh, I think I. Let me try. Okay, we're fighting. And what?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, look at that. And what you would want to do is push under and pivot like that. You know, with the pommel.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you're trying to say? That was
Maybe.
a very bad example.
No, I see what you mean.
Oh my god, I teach that as like a level 3 out of 4 longsword class skill. Like,
I mean, a lot of books. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say controlling the weapon. I think there of times where you can grab the blade. Some manuals teach that. Where like you bind and you quick grab. There's the one where you take the opponent's blade. Fiore, I think, teaches that one. So like you're not controlling their blade. You're literally taking it. I think there's a German one too, where you. No, that's more like a hip throw, but you control their blade doing it.
You gotta have a lot of big cojones.
There's somewhere you grab their pommel.
Their pommel.
Or no, I think it's your own pommel. It's your own pommel.
You slip your hand through their hand and grab yours and twist.
So that's one way to control it. There's Fulin, I guess. Although, no, that's more controlling the flow.
I personally...
Strong.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, the easiest way to control is you're strong and they're weak.
You're strong on the weak.
I was going to say, that's the easiest way, I think, of controlling their blade like that. Sorry, go on.
There's a lot of techniques for that, but I think that it's usually useful if you're fighting against someone and you find that you get close to them a lot. Like, most of your swordsmanship is going to be at a distance, in true measure, or perfect measure. That's what you want. But if someone gets mano a mano and just charges up in you, then you've got to know when to let go of your sword with your offhand. Rarely ever will you let go with your primary hand. You'll always have it gripped there. With your other hand, you can go in and grab, slip between their arms, grab their waist and toss. I mean, there's different things that you can do and should do in that situation. And I think practice is the most necessary thing. But you gotta be safe when you practice it. Like, you can fall and crack your head open on a hard floor. You gotta have yourself a nice gym mat or a wrestling mat to do that properly.
Yeah. I just realized, well, this person's competing at the tournament is just finding out our strategy.
We go in.
Cut the stream. Yeah.
We go in there and there's someone walking in with like Reptar from Rugrats, like painted on their mask, like, oh, you sneaky bastard!
So, what is your strategy for Messler, and what specific? Can you give me any links to the specific manuals?
If you were to lose, what is the most likely technique your opponent would use against you?
Yes. What are you weak against?
So,
good questions.
Good questions, guys. I think at this point we're gonna turn off the live stream. We've been streaming for about an hour now. I think that's a pretty good amount.
All right.
We can keep it going if you want.
I was just gonna talk about
go.
I was gonna talk about Hema versus Monsters.
Do Hema versus Cryptids. All right. Well, this will be a special treat. This is something we will talk about forever. We can talk about.
Oh gosh.
All right. Special treat. Natalie and I talk about swords a lot. We also talk about a lot of other cool things a lot. Sometimes they very nerdy things. Sometimes they cross paths. Here's a common one. What if you guys were out in the woods and all of a sudden you encountered the Jersey Devil, as in from cryptozoology, the flying, blood-sucking, horse-head, bat-winged creature. What is with these trucks?
Oh.
God. If you were to do that, what weapon type would be the most beneficial for you to have when fighting against this mythical cryptid creature, right? That's what you're going for?
Yeah, I was gonna say that or Mothman. Because we have friends who visited West Virginia, and they came back with. They basically did it for Mothman, I think.
Yeah, and they're swordsmen too.
Yes.
And so we're like, guys, did you fight Mothman?
Yeah, but okay, yeah, Jersey Devil going. See, it flies.
Okay.
I see. Normally, I would say like a pike or a spear because it's safe. But if you're in the woods, you don't want to like bang it against a tree.
Oh yeah.
But so you could poke at it.
See, okay, here's what I'd want. I want one like a geese arm, because it had a little hook on it. I mean, it's like it's a short pole arm,
yeah,
but it's got the little hook. You can have like the European bill, as they're sometimes called, little hook on it. Try to like hook it or kind of scratch at its wings so it can't fly anymore. And
Get down here, get.
It's got the long neck, so you kind of like hook the neck.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'd want to smash it with a halberd.
Oh, just yeet that guy out of the sky.
Yeah, like it's coming straight at you and then just bonk.
You could poleaxe it.
Yes.
Easy, any pole arm. It's not easy.
Now, if you're
this
in
is a deep discussion.
Yes. Well, basically, okay, so if you're in like a really dense wood, though, polearm, it's going to be hard to maneuver.
Yeah, see, if you got like a thicket, you're in brambles.
Yeah.
And also,
we have like a rule, you can't just do polearms.
Yeah. The other thing is like polearms are the best weapon, period. Like,
kind of. But if it gets close to you, you don't want a polearm too. So
is
if
it
it's
fast? I mean, I think it would be coming right for you. I mean, it's supposed to. I think it would come right for you. Like, it wouldn't be smart enough to like tactics. I think it could get past polearm pretty easily.
We have to talk about the Dogman, because that's in
okay. We are Michiganders, Michiganians. We've got our own Midwest cryptid up here, the Michigan Dogman.
Who was spotted by, the first sighting is recorded by a lumberjack.
Lumberjacks, Michigan lumberjacks. First recorded seeing the Dogman.
Apparently the thing's still around, because I went to Reed City years ago, and they're like, yeah, we have the Dogman up here. That's cool.
That's cool. How do we kill it?
I was more like, yeah, it doesn't exist, but cool. I mean, it has to, because we have evidence.
It's funny that we're talking about this, because we were even chatting about making little fun videos about different historical soldiers fighting different cryptids and like making videos on it. It's like our first public discussion about it.
So against the Dogman, I feel like you'd have to use an axe, because Viking. It's historical.
Viking? Lumberjacks?
Lumberjack.
I think it's because he's supposed to be a burly guy. I mean,
you wanted to pugilize.
I want to pugilize Dogman.
Yes,
I'm
which
gonna,
sounds dirty, but
yeah, I'm gonna fist him good.
I have to draw a sprite of Dogman, and then I can use but then I have to draw a new one of you
Pugilizing.
Yes.
By the way, a falch is a very good choice for Jersey Devil. It's a big old two-handed scythe blade. Just like, you stay the frick away from me. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm not saying pugilism is the best for anti-Dogman. In fact, it's probably the worst. And
if he's a werewolf, if he bit you, you'd become a werewolf. Then you could be a pugilist werewolf.
Oh, sick!
If they're contagious, then yeah, you want to keep your distance. If not,
I don't think that I think that the mythos of the Michigan Dogman is not necessarily a werewolf.
I don't think
but
so.
Maybe I think he's a natural thing, if he exists.
Yeah.
Which you probably don't know. If he exists, assuming he exists, he's either a skinwalker. Because I know that sounds like an insult. Get out of here, skinwalker! Like they change skins and they're humans that can turn into animals, or he's just a creature. He's just a big old dog boy.
Yeah.
So if he's just a creature, I'm gonna punch him in the schnoz.
Whoa! Just a boop.
Yeah, just boop, and he go.
Oh, that's adorable.
And I want the soft boxing gloves on too, so he knows I'm just playing. You know.
You know, I think I'd want to use cane. Boop him on the nose, like bad.
It's like a
monster.
newspaper.
Yes.
Bad dog.
Would be very, very formal. Yes, just have that nice stance and then whack.
Unfortunately, I think with the cane, he'll think that it's a stick and he's playing fetch.
Ooh.
Yep. So.
Let's see
What
else?
other good one? He's in the woods too, you know?
Yeah.
Are all cryptids in the woods? No,
Are
not
all
all of them.
cryptids in the woods?
One more weapon. Let's pick one more weapon against Michigan Dogman.
One more. We'll say pugilism. Okay, for real, I probably wouldn't use a cane unless I were. Well, no, you can use pugilism. I use a cane. Let's see. I feel like. Man. I feel like he doesn't need a polearm. Let's reserve that for flying boys.
Yeah.
Where you have to, like, stick in the ground, make them impale themselves.
I would say, okay, either a small sword or a rapier.
Okay.
I'm going to go small sword against Michigan Dogman. Here's why.
Okay.
Here's why. He is a dog. Coming at you, they attack. They just beeline it for you. They're just...
Yeah.
So, that's what I'd assume he'd do. So what you want is a nice, strong pokeboy. Bayonet. Bayonet.
Oh,
That's
wow.
it. It's a bayonet. That's the one for Dogman.
Right. That's basically a polearm.
It's not a polearm. You can butt him with the butt.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah,
yes.
crack. Bad dog.
What if he's just a nice guy? He's never attacked anyone, she.
Yeah, no one survived to tell the story.
Except for the people who did.
Okay.
Well, no, they didn't get attacked.
Wow.
They just saw him. All right.
Alright, so join us on Sunday as we talk about other cryptids and other weapons.
Oh, wait. How
Oh.
about a chupacabra? I was going to say chupacabra. I think it'd be machete.
We gotta talk about chupacabra on Sunday. We gotta do that on Sunday.
All right, but
But
wait,
we'll
okay.
return to the chatting of. There's
right.
tons of cryptids.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Because they said hunting in packs. So, yeah, we'll maybe do
hunt
one.
packs.
Make it interesting. Say they hunt in packs. I great sword.
I want a Jägerstock.
Ooh.
From Goose. I can't remember the guy's name,
Yeah.
but it's the double-ended spear that you kind of Darth Maul around.
Nice.
Yeah. I can see a great sword, but the chupacabras are little.
Yes.
They're little boys.
That's
I don't
why
know if
I
a great
would-
sword to work too well.
But they'd be hard to hold. Well, I guess they're not that good. Yeah, you're right. Great sword.
You gotta be like.
And Dane axe.
Oh, I
You
can do it.
sweep
Oh yeah, you can kind of angle. Maybe you can angle great. I'd say
Or
Dane axe.
sword and shield. Like a big shield.
Yeah, you need like a Rodella, so you can kind of like if they jump on you, you can kind of push them off.
Yeah. You're right.
All right, we got it. So
Good.
we're going to be specialists in killing monsters with historical weaponry.
Yes.
that's
I
us.
want to draw a picture of monstery fighting monsters.
Monstery fighting monsters.
Yes,
That's
make a comic of it.
the Monster King of Swordsmen.
Yes, and he's super smug about
Oh,
it.
God.
Sees them as nothing more than an inconvenience to his gentleman's club. Because monster is just the pinnacle of the human gentleman.
Yeah, arrogant as fuck.
He hates that he just wants to walk to the gentleman's club, cause no trouble, but monsters and laborers keep bothering him. He has to remind them that he's smarter and has more money, which just angers them more.
The monsters might have claws and tentacles and multiple eyes,
But
but that's no reason for us gentlemen to be inferior. Perfect.
Yes.
This is perfect. And on that high note, folks, we are going to end it now because I definitely need to pull off and get some gas. And catch us Sunday sometime. Probably in the afternoon. As we drive back from Chicago, probably discuss more cryptids and weaponry to fight against. And a lot of other questions that we didn't even get to this time.
Yeah.
If you have questions in the meantime, post them on the Facebook page or add them to the chat here or find one of the YouTube videos. Don't forget to subscribe and keep an eye on this Twitch channel, which is brand new, so we can do some live streaming later on. And other than that, catch you guys next time.
Alright. Bye.
You're the one with the reach.
All right.
End the stream.